me a lot of the debates. We are having our candidates for the Vice President internal position debate now, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Sean. I'm a third-year student in microbiology and immunology, and this year I'm running for your Vice President internal. So just a little brief history about what I've done in SAS. I've been involved 2 years in a row as a department rep, and specifically I sat on the academic events committee, which the VP internal has been chairing over the past few years. So I have some experience of what the Vice President internal does and what they do in their committee specifically.
Hi, my name is Mona. I'm a second year biology and I'm going into integrated sciences. So it's pretty fun. I've been involved with SAS versus first year rep and over the past as a biostock SAS rep. And for me, I've sat on the cross committee and science fair committee and co-chair first year committee. So first years are their transition into university as part of the VPI's role, and it's been really important for me to help them, especially when they feel so overwhelmed. So I'll be working on that if I get it.
Thank you, and that's a perfect segue to our first question. An important aspect of the Vice President internal portfolio is dealing with first years. What previous experience have you had that will directly translate to this role, and what is your plan for this year? We'll start with that one.
So I was the first year rep when I was in first year, and I co-chaired first year committee this year. Basically, especially during Frosh, a lot of times I find that first years miss out on a lot of the resources that are available, especially provided by SAS. And a lot of the clubs, some of them might have first year reps, but they don't directly target first year students. So first year, since they're not in a major, often they get confused and they don't get to have as many resources and they don't get the knowledge of the resources. So I'll be working on making sure clubs network with the first year committee so that they have the resource to spread out what is available to first year students.
Okay, so I have some experience as a first year as well. I was a first year 3 years ago, and I know all the struggles that entail becoming a first, transitioning from high school to university. And what I would specifically like to do is just, as Mona said, introduce first years so they have a better experience and know what opportunities are available within SAS to volunteer themselves, and also different services that the university provides towards their academic learning. Lots of the services that are offered, such as SPAC, Team, AMS tutoring, and I'd like to further enhance tutoring session towards certain first year courses that are taken by a large number of first years, like the first year math courses, biology courses, chemistry courses, and physics, and so on. Thank you.
Thank you. One of the biggest changes to SAS this year have been council reform code changes. In light of these, how will your position change in the next year, and how will you work with code reform? How will code reform impact your position?
Since club reps don't have a voting more on council, I think it's still vital that they maintain their connection to SAS, and we still liaise with them to find out how they're doing and what SAS needs to do to support the clubs, and vice versa, what the club needs to do to enhance, to offer their services towards us and ultimately towards the body of science students. And just to make sure that club reps are attending council and that they know what's happening in council and that council knows what's happening in those clubs. I think that's just the most important thing, is to maintain the amount of conversation that we have between clubs and SAS council.
So it's going to be a trial and error year next year because it is the first time that we are attempting this in council. So it's going to be very critical to build very strong networking systems between club reps and department reps and the council. As BPI, I will be in charge of the retreat, which is where I hope that club reps would be able to come and I can start and definitely break the ice and build relationships between the people who attend the retreat. And then further on, I want to work on club forums, as well as having some networking times perhaps for club members basically, yeah, definitely increasing club forms, but I believe I need to work with the BPX in order to define the roles of where clubs lie, especially in the code.
Thank you very much. The next question is, from the Dean's Office, the group that is responsible for supporting student academics is SciTeam. The VPI also works very closely with SciTeam. How do you see our relationship with SciTeam in the coming year? We'll start with Mona.
It needs to, I believe the communication there needs to be very strong, especially first years, for example, entering, it's after first year, I believe, that there's, they need to be, SciTeam and first year committee, I think would be a very good idea to work for next year to come up with a program so they can talk about all the different variety of majors that are available after first year. And we already have a group of first years that are committed, so definitely a stronger relationship between SciTeam and first year committee, as well as beyond the second year. I believe definitely BPI could work with the SciTeam to make sure that students are still aware they can change their program and all the different resources are out there. So maybe a few events that can be carried on into the future between BPI and SciTeam.
Yeah, I totally agree with Mona that we should continue the strong communication. We should enhance the communication between SUS, VPI specifically, and SciTeam. And to do this, we need to have just continue monthly meetings from the very get-go, and then make sure that we have events set at a specific date so we can offer them, like beyond second year. I know that's not happening this year, and that's a very, very important event for first years and second years when deciding what major to choose. And also, I think we also need to communicate and start some more tutoring sessions for first year, second year courses that are taken by a large number of second year and first year students.
Thanks. And so that is the end of the prepared questions. You have a minute now to summarize a closing statement. So we'll start with Sean and move to Mona.
Okay, so I don't have much to say other than the fact that I really feel like I have the experience for this position. I've been involved for 2 years. This is my 3rd year at UBC. And I know a lot of people. I've been part of a lot of groups. I've networked on UBC campus. I've been involved in lots of different projects. And if you feel like I'm the right candidate, please go and vote for me. And I just implore you to go vote for whoever you think is the best candidate suited for this position.
So during Frosh, it took me exactly 1 minute to talk to a first year and tell them the difference between Math 104 and 105. And literally for them, it made it so much easier for them to pick what math courses to take in first year. And perhaps it even made it easier for them to get better marks. But it honestly takes 1 minute for us to share our experiences. And I feel like when first years come in, that communication is not there. And I think like as this builds up, they feel more withdrawn from SUS. So I really think we should really target first years and build strong connections with them so that they can carry it on and move towards a more inclusive SUS. And so if you think that's a good idea, please support me. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That concludes our debates for the Vice President internal position. Thank you to both the candidates.